Okay, Sunday stretch and strength, as it is on the tin. That's what we're doing. So first thing, as always, is just to check in with your posture. Okay, so feet should be hip distance apart, toes are spread nice and wide, pull the feet pressing out and into the floor. So you're lifting the inner arches, activating your thighs, activating your inner thighs, working your way up through your pelvis. You've got an engagement through pelvic floor and deep abdominals. Or the same, like when we're doing our yoga, our bandhas, our muscle locks, okay? And then we're just going to start rocking back and forth, lifting the arms up. So we're just going to start by rising up onto the toes, coming back down through the heels. Okay, so an in-breath up. So we do a mindful practice with breath and movement combined. We breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we deliver that breath into the ribs. Okay, so start just getting a bigger range of movement into those arms, and then when you're ready, start bending the knees and sending the hips away. In breath up and exhale down. So shoulder blades soft down the back, so the neck is long, no tension there. Reach up on the in, come down on the out, and gradually increase that range, send the hips back. Come up to the top and hold it up there. Stretch it tall. On your toes if you can. Find some balance. Come down through your heels. Turn to your right. Sweep your arms around. Come back to the center. Inhale and then sweep around the other way. Come back to the top. Inhale, exhale, sweep. Inhale at the top and then sweep around. So articulating the spine, gradually increase that range. Down to the side, roll round to the front, back to the other side. Breathe. Do one more of those. And then come down. So let's take the shoulders back around as you step your feet out. Okay, so just get a bit of loosening off in the shoulders. Stretch out with the arms. Take a twist on the in-breath. And exhale, reach down. So now a little bit of rotation into that middle spine. Twist, inhale, exhale, reach. So as you reach, send your back hand away. Rotate through that shoulder. In-breath, twist. Exhale, reach. Listen to your body. Only go to a range that feels like a challenge for you. And then come up. Take the feet out a little bit wider. Take the hands on the thighs and just go side to side. So again, feeling your way into that. Okay, and just start taking it a little bit deeper. And if you can, start reaching towards that leg, foot, reaching your back hand away. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're still engaging through your core, protecting your back all the time. Breathe. And then coming up, and we'll turn a foot. Okay, bend the knee, and we'll reach up and over. Side angle stretch there. Breathing, reaching. Take that hand to the floor, inside of your foot. Pivot your back foot. Sort your foot out, and then take your other hand up. So we can do this with the back knee up, or the back knee down. Coming up. And then let's turn to the other side and reach up and over. So you want to lift your rib cage up. Stretch the fingertips from the edge of your back foot. We're going to bring the hand down to the floor inside of your foot. Pivot your back foot, heel up. And then reach up. Open up. Get that rotation going. Now back to the center. Okay. Just place your hands down your leg as far as you can and tuck your head in. And then just gently rock that weight through the feet more towards the front a little bit, lifting the sit bones up. And breathing, come up, turn the toes out. And then squat down. And as we go down, we're going to reach and come up. We're going to open up, down and reach, in and out. So just opening up. Chest and shoulders was taking it into that wider leg squat. In breath down, exhale up. Breathe. Goes deep into that, it feels good for you. And then place the hands on the hips, go down and just pulse down into that wider leg squat. Breathing. And then coming up. And then let's bring those feet so that they're hip distance apart. Okay? So from here, we're going to do a squat narrow, and then we're going to step out wide. We're going to do a squat, hips back narrow, step out wide. So narrow squat to a wide squat. Bony is deep into that, feels good. Remember, your chest is lifted, your hips go back. Breathe. Abs pulled in. One more. Good, and then come back. Okay, so step your left leg back. We're going to just set up for some lunges. Make sure your back foot is, so your feet are hip distance apart, and that back foot, the heel is up if we can. As we come down, we're going to take the arms up. So the back knee should be back further, if it's okay, than your hips. And as you come down to your lunge, your front knee not pushing over your toe. We're all going to be a different range for this with our bodies. Okay, trying to get that back knee down as far as is okay for you. Push up through the floor from the ball of the back foot and the heel of the front foot. Keep that good form. You don't have to stretch the arms up, we could keep the hands on the hips. Breathe. Do one more on that side. And then change legs. Okay. So again, back foot away, get your balance, get your feet hip distance, abs strong. Might take a couple of lunges to get that range. Arms can come up, back knee comes down. Keep your neck long, your shoulder blades soft down your back. Breathe. So we're focusing on that work into the hips here, glutes, into the thighs, adding that element as well of range, mobility, and then keeping that core engaged to keep stability in the body as we do this with as good form as we can. All good, strong, functional exercising. And we stretch the fingers up and away. And we'll do one more of those. And then we'll come back. Okay, great stuff. So we'll get a bit of breath. Should be feel that maybe a little bit in your glutes. Okay, so this time, a little bit of balance. So I have the left leg forward and take the right knee away, the right foot away. Now I want you to come up with the hand, bring the knee up, the right leg up. Okay, and then from there, we're going to send that foot back, draw the belly in, reach the fingertips away. Maybe hold on to something if you need. Come back to the front, bring that knee up, and then come back down. So let's take the left knee up, and then hinge from the hips, draw the abs in. You can soften the standing leg, reach the back leg away, stretch the fingers away, and come back. Come back to the front. Good. Try again. Reach up. Now send the foot away. Reach the fingertips away from the toe. Breathe. Draw the belly in. Work from your center. Come back. Bring the knee up. Come back down. Try again. Lift it up. With the arms, the knee comes up. And then hinge from the hips, draw the abdominals in, reach the fingertips away, breathe, and then come back. Nice. Okay, good. So once again, bring that right knee up, arms come up. Now take your hand to your knee, draw the leg to the outside. Now look out along your outstretched hand, breathe, and then change. Other leg comes up, arms come up. Standing leg strong, take your hand to the knee, stretch out, maybe look to your outstretched hand. Draw your abdominals in, breathe. Okay, just add a little bit more hip opening to that. This time, left leg on the floor, right foot, get hold of that. See if you can draw the heel up as high as you can, and then press your heel and your foot into your left thigh. And then your left thigh is strong, pressing strongly into your right leg, right foot. Now, if you feel that you've got balance there, you could release the hands. And we could sweep them up and reach up. So your gaze is maybe down and forwards or out in front, whatever feels good for you. Standing leg is strong. Breathing. Holding this isometric contraction here. Breath and then release. And then come down. All right. So we'll take the left foot up. Now get this heel up as high as you can. See how that feels on the knees. Remember to hold onto your foot where you need. Press your foot into the leg and standing leg strong. If you're able to, release the hands. Reach up if you can. Breathe. Maybe your core switched on and you're breathing all the way through, trying to maintain that balance. And then release. All right, nice, great stuff. So come back to feet hip distance again. All right, we're going to take it into squat and a calf raise this time. So down, calf raise, down. As you come back with your hands, maybe make some fists, create a little bit of resistance, bit of tension there. Squat down as deep as feels good. Hips go back, press up. In breath down, reach out with the arms. So quite a lot of work into those big muscles, thighs, glutes, and then into calves now. Come up, reach out, pull the abdominals in, keep the chest lifted, keep the alignment of knees, feet. Breathe. Pelvic floor, deep abdominals engaged. Last one. And then come down. Good. So, obviously, drinking where you need. Come to the back of your mat. Feet hip distance. Bring your chin to your chest. Roll down through your spine. Draw your abdominals in. And then work your way down. Once you're down, you could rest the hands, feet, floor, thighs, bending knees now. So we're bending one knee, stretching the other leg long, lifting the sit bones up to the ceiling or the sky. Bend your right leg, straighten your left and take your left arm up and open up on that side. Breathe, change, bend your left leg, straighten your right. Open up, breathe, come back. Track your hands now with your knees soft to the inside of your thighs. Okay, now sit down a little bit more, send the tailbone away, lift the chest, pull the abs in, inhale. Now exhale, round your back, scoot your belly and into a cat, standing. Inhale, bend the knees more, squatting, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, scoot the belly, round the back, into your cat. Once more, inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, inhale, tailbone away. Exhale, tuck the chin, scoop the belly, roll all the way up. Reach your arms up, stretch to the ceiling or the sky. Maybe rise onto your toes, extra stretch, balance challenge. Come down through the heels, now bring the chin to the chest and roll over your imaginary barrel, Scooping your belly in. Walking your hands out now. Taking them to the front of the mat and pedaling your heels up and down in your first downward dog position. Okay. So in that position, hips are high. Push the floor away. Draw the abdominals deep. Feel that work into the shoulders. So feel like you're stretching the mat sideways to open your shoulder. And breathe. Come to a high heel down dog. Take an in breath, and on the out breath, stretch the heels down. Push the floor away. Try and lengthen out a little bit more through the spine, through the back of the body. Inhale, high heels. And exhale, heels down. And inhale, high heels. And exhale, heels down. Anytime you need to, you're coming to knees. You're taking a rest. If you're able to stay up, come to a high plank. So shift the weight. Head over hands. Belly's drawn in. Breathe. Now bend those knees. Come back. Hold it there in your iron dog position. Now push forwards to high. Maybe take the feet out a little bit wider. High plank, push back, bend the knees. Abs are strong. Push back forwards, high plank. Back to that iron dog position, nice and strong. Like you're ready to pounce, and then back forwards again. And again, push back. Breathe. Abs strong. And forwards. Do one more. Back into that iron dog. High plank. And then bring the knees down. And then stretch it back. Take it into a child's posture. Take some breath there. Breathe. Now rest your forearms on the floor. Okay. And then send your feet back and try to come to a low plank position with your knees off the floor. That's feeling too much this morning. Just drop the knees lightly on the floor. Okay, so we're going to tap knees down if the knees are off, or if the knees are down, we're going to stretch legs away. Okay, so one of those, make sure you're not straining through your neck, so just look where feels good for you. Breathe in all the way. Now hold it. Now we're going to turn to a side plank. Can you stay with those knees and feet, knees and hips up? If you need the knee down, take it down to the floor. Reach the arm up. Open up. So we're going to keep lifting. We're just going to sweep the hand down to the floor and reach up. Sweep it down to the floor, maintaining that lift in the hips. Stack your feet, or you could have one foot forwards, or you could have the knee on the floor. In breath away. Exhale, tap. Keep lifting that lower waist up. Breathe. Last one. Come back to the front. Can you hold it? Take a rest where you need. If you can hold it, we're going to saw your body back and forth. If your knees are on the floor, just hold it there, or remember, go back to child's posture where you need. Abs are strong. Breathe. Send the heels away. Come back. Can you hold it again? Resting where you need. Turn to the other side. I'm going to demonstrate from the same side as last. So we're on the elbow, stacking feet, or knee down, or one foot forward. Lift your arm up, inhale. Tap down, exhale. So body stays still, hips stay lifted. Breath all the way. Keep that lower waist lifting off the floor. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to tap. Remember, when you need to rest, have a rest, then rejoin. Remember, it's a short practice. Come back to the front. Can you hold it? Breathing. Resting where you need. Now, we're going to lift the leg. We're going to hold. Knee can be down on the other leg. Come back down. Lift the other leg. Hold. Come back down. Lift the leg. hold. You know it until you see the whites of their eyes. Come down. And then the other one, hold, breathe. Come down, lift and hold. You know we've got to do 3 in each leg. And then last one, hold, come down and rest. And stretch it back. So whatever you manage to do there, well done. Always try and do the best that you can in the short practice that we're doing. Breathe. Okay, so a little bit of strength work for the chest, the shoulders. We're going to assume a press up position. Take your knees back and maybe take your feet up and off the floor, crossing the legs. Abs pulled in, head well over the hands. Or take the feet wide on the mat and take the knees up. In breath down, exhale, push. In breath down, exhale, push. So you're only going down as far as feels good for you. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're drawing deep in through your center and you're engaging those core muscles. Keep your neck long, head well over the hands. Okay, so the chest is open. Only go down as deep as you can. As I've said, in breath down, exhale to push. Try not to dip the hips. Keep that good form wherever you're at. Breathe. Push the floor away in the out breath. In breath down. In breath down. Exhale up. Let's do one more. And then come down. And stretch your back into your child's posture. Taking some breath. So breathe deep and wide into your back. Walk your hands to your knees and just roll up to a high kneeling position. Step your right foot forwards. Send your left knee away. And then just work back and forth there, finding that range and working your way down to feel that stretch on the hip flexors on that left leg. And then finally sink down deep into that, hands on hips. So if you want more than that, reach the arms up, lift, breathe, open up. Now from here, if that feels okay, keep lifting in your back bend. Sweep your left hand backwards to your left leg. Reach up with your right hand and open up. Come back, sweep round to your right. So rotation, right arm reaching, left hand on thigh. Extra challenge, lifting up your left foot. See if you can stretch there from hip flexors to knee. Come down and release to straighten the front leg. Toes up, heels away. And breathe. So hands going to be down your leg or it's going to be on the floor. Draw your nose towards your toes and breathe. From here, we're going to bring the foot back. So we're going to take it into that pigeon posture stretch. If you know you don't like that one, lie on your back now and go into figure of 4 stretch. Otherwise, step your right foot to the outside of the left side of the mat. Place your hands down, right knee towards the right hand. The more flexible you are, the further forwards that right foot will come towards your left hand. Stretch your left leg away, either ball of the foot or top of the foot. Sink the hips down. Breathe. If you want more, fold down. Breathe. If you want more, stretch the right arm forwards and take the left arm under. Breathe. Keep active in your back leg. Focus is on opening the hips up here. Come back with the hands, and you can either come back to child's posture for a moment or push up to down dog. Okay, so breathe. Lengthen out. If you're in your down dog, open your shoulders, work your heels down. If you're in child's posture, focus on your breath. And then we come down to knees, or for our knees, we stay on knees, and we come up to high kneeling again. All right, and we step the left foot forwards now. And again, you could go back and forth a little bit in that, finding your range, breathing, taking the back, finding that position for you. Make sure that right knee is comfortable. So we can stay there, or we could reach up, lift the chest. We could continue lifting into back bend, sweeping the right hand behind, and leaning back, straightening out through the front leg and reaching up with the arm. A bit more of a back bend, release. Come back to the original position. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and sweep your left arm behind you. And if you can, try lifting up your foot, your right foot up and off the floor. Breathing. Release from there and straighten out through this left leg. Push the heel away, toes towards, track the hands down, and breathe. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, maybe hands to the floor if you're feeling more flexible this morning. And then we're coming back, bringing the foot back underneath the thigh. So here underneath the knee. So here we're going to step into pigeon. So we step the left foot to the outside of the right side of the mat. If you don't want your pigeon, you're lying on your floor, on your mat, and you're going to take it into figure of four stretch. Otherwise, we extend the left knee towards the left hand, the left foot towards the right hand, if that's happening for you. Square up through your hips, send your right foot away. Breathe, maybe more, folding. Release into the hips. Breathe, more than that, left arm forwards, right arm under. Breathe. Stay with your breath. And then come back, and once again, either push back into child's posture or tucking both toes under, both sets of toes, and then into your down dog. Draw your abdominals in, breathe. Okay, so wherever you're at, come to down dog. Okay, draw the belly in, lift the hips high, open the shoulders. Now try lifting this right leg up to the ceiling, reach, and then tuck, bring your knee, your nose together. In, breath up. If you're really not liking this, you can come down to your knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hip. You can stretch, left arm, right leg away and tuck. Okay, so we've got that alternative. Otherwise, down dog, in, breath, lift, exhale, tuck. Now we're going to swap sides. Okay, draw your belly in, lift your hips high, open your shoulders, find that length in your down dog, or you're down, hands and knees, okay? And you're breathing, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So if we're in down dog, we lift the left leg up, if we're on all fours, left arm and right leg away or opposite, whichever you did last time, didn't do last time. So, in, breath, lift, exhale, tuck. Trying to get that range. Use those deep abdominals, use your breath, and then come down and stretch it back, child's posture, breathing. And now come down onto the floor and stretch your arms away. Okay, relax your neck, relax your gaze, draw your abdominals in. From here, bring your arms back so that the elbows are level with the shoulders. All right, now lift those arms up. And as you lift them up, can you lift your feet up? And you're squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another. You're keeping the length in the neck. You're not straining your neck. You're going to exhale, push the arms away. Keep the feet lifted, they are strong. Inhale, bring the elbows back. Exhale, push away. Inhale, draw them back. So, work from your center, draw the abdominals deep, engage through pelvic floor. Try to keep all the limbs lifted, but if it's too much, take your feet down. Remember to breathe, exhale away, inhale back. Remember not to strain the neck, so just look where it feels good for you. Every time we come back, try and keep the elbows lifted. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards. It's not so much about getting the elbows right back into the ribs. You're coming back to that 90-degree angle. It's about keeping the shoulder blades lifted and squeezing. Strong work into the scapula there. We'll do one more and hold out. And then rest. So you could let your heels roll out and then just roll side to side. Get some breath. Now stretch the arms out to the side. Turn the head to the side. Get a bit of breath. Pull the abs in. Turn the head back round. Lift the arms up, the feet up if you can. Now bring those hands back. Interlace your fingers. Stretch. Lift your chest. Breathe. Keep the feet up. Release the arms. Exhale forward. Sweep. Inhale. Bring them back to your thighs. Exhale forwards. Inhale back. So we're getting a bigger range now. Pull the abdominals deep. Sweep the arms. Don't hunch up through the shoulders. Gaze where it feels good for you. Next time we come back, let's interlace those fingers again. Stretch them down as if you're sending them down to your feet. Lift the chest. And then release. Okay, great stuff. Take some breath. And when you're ready, kick your right heel up. Keep your knees together. Reach for that foot. If that's too much, lie on your side to do the same thing. So stretch that front thigh. Release that. Do the other leg. Either roll onto your side, you're on your front. So, knees together, tuck the tailbone under. And if it feels doable, reach for both feet. Otherwise, one at a time. Develop that by lifting the chest, working the hands further up, the legs or the feet, lifting the knees up, press the feet into the hands, lift the chest, maybe rock and rolling. Come on, Leslie, I know you can do it. And then release. And then we're going to stretch it back. Take the knees wide now in your child's posture. Breathe into your back. Deep and wide. Okay, so we're going to come around. Okay, so maybe take those feet a little bit further forwards off your mat. Depends what sort of floor you've got. Obviously, if it's a wooden floor like this, then this is a little bit more ideal. Okay, with what we're doing, but it doesn't really matter at all. Particularly, get your bum cheeks out of the way, sit tall. Take your hands down, it's kind of halfway down your thighs. Okay, so what we're going to be trying to do here is trying to lift the hips up and off the floor as we draw the heels back. Okay, so take an in-breath, lift your chest. Exhale, folding forward. Then from here, pressing firmly into the floor, lift your hips and drag your heels and then lift. Breathe. Extra challenge could be to lift feet off the floor. And then come down. Take a breather, stretch forwards. Take the hands to the feet or the legs and breathe. Okay, so hands halfway down thighs again. Sit tall, pull the abdominals deep. So a real strong core exercise here. And obviously there's attachments there as well, the hip flexors. So we're going to drop down, exhale, folding. And then from here, push the floor away, lift the hips, drag the heels towards you. Push, 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 maybe extra. Lifting up, breathing. And coming down. Stretch forwards, breathe. Take some breath, forward bend. You know what's coming up, we're doing 3 of these L-sits. So we take the hands halfway down the thighs, we'll lift the chest, pull the abdominals in, set yourself up, pelvic floor deep out. Deep in breath, exhale, fold, and then lift. Push the floor away, maybe lift the legs, breathe, abs are strong. Come down, stretch forwards. Okay, so we're going to stretch those legs out wide. We're going to do a nice wide leg stretch here. So as wide as you can. Start with your hands down, your toes are up, your heels are away. And just work those hands down as far forward as you can. Thighs are on, opening up the backs of the leg. Breathing. Come back, we're walking hands over to the right leg. Hands either side, work your way down as deep as you can. Breathing. And then coming back, and then we'll go the other side. And reaching down. Good, come back to the center. So we're going to take the hands either in front of your head, or if it feels okay, take them behind the head. Elbows wide, toes towards, heels away, pull the belly in, sit tall, come down to one side and look up to the opposite elbow. And then inhale, come back, and then down to the other side. So we're trying to get that elbow down towards the outside of that knee, maybe towards the floor, maybe to the floor. Breathe. Exhale down and inhale up. When you come to the center this time, I want you to stay in that position if you can, either hands behind the head or in front. You're going to take a twist now to the right, then drop this elbow down the inside of the knee. You're going to twist and then drop down inside. Twist. Keep those elbows wide, chest lifted, breathe. In breath at the top, to twist, exhale, to bring the elbow down. Last time. Come to the center and try reaching the arms up. Now stretch, 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 pull your belly in, reach forwards. And then split those hands out to either leg or foot. And breathe. Try to draw the chest down. And then release. Okay, bring those feet back, shake them out. Then draw those feet up wider than hip. And then as you take the knees down, sweep the arm around. Change sides and sweep. And sweep. So mobilizing hips and spine, shoulders. And last one. All right, nice. Okay, so come back to sitting on the floor. All right, now this time we're going to just draw the feet in. Okay, have the feet together and then draw the toes in, point the toes, lift the heels, try lifting your feet, find some balance. Take the hands underneath the thighs, just lightly. Now lean back, engage in the abs and hold it. Now try to extend the legs, see how far you can go with that. If you don't need those hands on your thighs now, stretch them out, reach away. If you're able to do this, start to just roll back a little bit. Come back up, inhale, exhale to roll back, and then come back. You can always do this with one leg. So you reach up and roll back, reach up, roll back, or both. Hard work, maintaining that position with hip flexors, deep work into your abdominals. And then release. Straighten the legs out for a moment. Take them as wide as your mat. Reach your hands forwards, draw your belly in, tuck your chin and spine stretch. Then reach the hands for the feet if you can. Breathing. Come up, reach the arms up. So sit tall. Now you're going to twist to your right, split those arms apart, spine twist. Come back, reach up, inhale, and then to the left. Keep the thighs on, the heels pushing away, toes towards. Lift the chest and spine twist. Reach and split those arms apart and then lift up, inhale. And then the other way, reach. Split the fingertips away from one another, inhale at the top. Last time on this side. And again, and then away. Okay, so release, come back with those feet. We'll try another of those teasers, as we call them in Pilates. So or we can call it a boat posture in yoga. So Heels are off, toes lightly, hands underneath thighs. Draw the belly in, sit tall. Maybe lean back slightly to engage abs and then see if you can extend those legs. You don't have to extend them, you can stay slightly flexed for sure. Hands could be underneath knees or reaching. Okay, roll back, come up, exhale to roll back. Remember, one foot could be down, and obviously you would change that leg after a couple of repetitions. Challenge yourself. Try and keep the legs as lifted as you can. And then come down and stretch those legs long again to release the hip flexors. Roll down, spine stretch, breathe. Hands around legs or feet. Come up. So guess what? We're doing one more boat or teaser. So feet together, draw the belly in, track the toes in, lift the heels, hands behind lightly, abs strong. Keep in good form. Either keep the knees flexed or straighten the legs. Reach the arms, roll back, exhale, inhale, lift. Roll back, exhale, inhale, lift. Remember, one foot can be down. Roll back. Breathe. Keep the legs lifted. Keep the neck long. Keep the shoulder blades soft down your back. Last one. Release. Legs long once more. And stretch. So this time, legs are long. And then let's lie back and bring the knees into the chest. Okay. Circle your knees out and round. Just release them to the hips. Change direction. Breathing. Now, take your hands down to your ankles and draw your heels in as tight as you can towards your sit bone. Peel your spine up and off the floor. Lift your hips. Reach your hands to your ankles or interlace your fingers. Okay, so we're opening up, hips, front of the body, chest and shoulders, breathe. Squeeze the inner thighs. Come back down. And bring the knees to the chest. Take the arms out to the side and take your knees to the right. Look over to your left hand. Come back to the center and then go to your left. Look to your right. Come back to the center. Place your left foot on the floor and then cross your right leg over your left thigh. Lift your left foot off the floor. Maybe try to hook your right foot underneath your left calf. And then go to your right and look to your left. Keep the shoulders down. Try to get as much stretch though through the left side of the body. Come back, place the feet down. Now rest the left leg over the right thigh and lift the right leg off the floor and maybe try to hook the left foot round the back of the right calf. Go to your left. Keep the shoulders down. Draw that leg down using the weight of the left leg. Opening up on the right side, but keeping the right hand down and the elbow and the shoulder down. Come back, hug the knees in, roll yourself up, sweep round to your hands and your knees now. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips, draw the abdominals deep and look up, inhale. Exhale, come to cat. Inhale away, send the tailbone away, so it's the tailbone leading the movement. Tuck your tailbone, scoop your belly around your back, open your shoulders. Once more away. And into cat. Now tuck your toes, push up, down dog, walk your hands to your feet. Tuck your head, roll it up. Your head is the last thing to come up. Standing tall. All right, fingertips, interlace your fingers. And stretch. Arms away from body. From here, we're going to soften the knees, draw the torso down. Tuck the head in. From here, stretch the arms and try to now straighten the knees. Lift the sit bones up. Breathe. Soften the knees. Roll up. And breathe. Right arm reaching, feet hip distance. Down to the side. And change. Reach up, left arm. Down to the side. And then come to the center. Take the hands onto the small of the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards. Draw the abdominals in and turn the head to the side. And the other side. Now tuck the chin through to the chest and roll around to one shoulder. And the other way. Okay, deep breath in as you reach the arms up. And exhale out. In breath up. And exhale out. All right, thanks, Bella. Okay, that's it.